Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Watching the Cup Series from Darlington. They're going to go overtime here. Got Tyler Reddick and Denny Hamlin on the front row with Hamlin the leader. Ryan Blaney, William Brown row 2, Chase Elliott, Christopher Bell row 3, Kyle Busch, Chris Buescher row 4, Joey Logano and Walsh Chastain row 5, Zane Smith, Ty Gibbs row 6, Daniel Suarez, Austin Cindric row 7, Noah Gregson, Todd Gillen row 8, A.J. Allmendinger, Ty Dillon row 9, and Bubba Wallace and Eric Jones row 10. Here we go in the overtime restart. Teammates somewhat on the front row. Denny Hamlin, Tyler Reddick. Lead him off at the start-finish line. Hamlin got a great restart there on the outside. Ahead of the car that was basically dominated this whole race, William Byron. Hamlin took the lead on the pit stop. And he is pulled away from William Byron and Tyler Reddick. Side by side for second. Christopher Bell tries to make it inside 3 wide for second. That's all Denny Hamlin needs to see. Oh, Reddick washing up into Byron. Byron and Reddick make contact. Bell's 3 wide still. Byron's clear for second, but it doesn't matter. White flag is in the air. Final lap. Tyler Reddick, Christopher Bell side by side for third. All behind Denny Hamlin, who has been an afterthought this whole race because William Byron has dominated the day. And it looks like they're side by side for fifth between Chris Buescher and Ryan Blaney behind him. Denny Hamlin makes his way through turns 3 and 4. He dominated last week, and Martinsville picked up the grand final clock. Today, he's already led 9 laps, and he's going to take the checkered flag for William Byron. Denny Hamlin wins at Darlington. Back-to-back for the 11th car. William Byron second, Christopher Bell third. I believe Tyler Reddick was 4th. Yep, and Ryan Blaney 5th. With Chris Buescher 6th, Walsh Chastain 7th, Chase Elliott 8th, Ty Gibbs 9th, finally getting the top 10 with that 54 car, and Kyle Busch runs out of the top 10. Then Austin Cindric 11th, Zane Smith 12th, great one for Zane, that 38 car. Joey Logano 13th, Todd Gillen 14th, great one for those 2 front row cars. Daniel Suarez 15th, Ty Dillon, great one for that 10 car, and colleague at 16th. Eric Jones 17th, A.J. Allmendinger 18th, Noah Gregson 19th, all 3 front row cars in the top 20. That's a huge accomplishment for that team. And Shane Van Gisbergen gets his first top 20 of the season. Good job, SVG. He's been awful on the ovals this year. For him to get a top 20, all 3 Trackhouse cars in the top 20, that's a win. With Chastain 7th, Suarez 15th, and of course SVG 20th. That's a huge accomplishment for SVG coming home top 20 in a cup race on an oval. Denny Hamlin drives by the pit road wall. He was nowhere near the fight for the win. It came down between Ryan Blaney and Tyler Reddick. Ryan Blaney had a heck of a long one car. Good God. There was nobody better than Ryan Blaney on a long one all day long. And the dude came back from 15 seconds to take the lead from Tyler Reddick off of turn 2 with 4 laps to go in regulation. Then as soon as that happened, Bubba Wallace went to the back of Kyle Larson and spins out the 5, who not only brought out the first caution, but brought out the last caution the same way. As he burns it down by the pit road wall by his pit crew, now burning it down in the front stretch. And there's William Byron coming home second. Like I mentioned, he dominated the whole day. He led the first 243 laps. There has never been a race at Darlington in history that someone started on the pole and or someone started up front and led all 243 laps. There's Ryan Blaney. I gotta feel bad for Blaney. I feel bad for both William Byron and Ryan Blaney because Byron dominated the whole race up until the final round of green flag pit stops. And Ryan Blaney drove up and took the lead from Tyler Reddick, only for a caution to come out and lose it on pit road. This was the restart. Hamlin just got a great restart. Reddick did not go at all. And that was all she wrote. As soon as Hamlin got clear up, that's it. GG. And then Byron and Reddick stayed side by side, and then Bell made it 3 wide, all the way until he got back around on the front stretch. There's Bell right there. Made it 3 wide, and that was all she wrote right there. There's Tyler Reddick talking to MJ, Michael Jordan. Reddick is so short compared to MJ, man. But Denny Hamlin goes back-to-back. 5th win for Gibbs is Joe Gibbs racing this year. 3 with Christopher Bell, and then now 2 with Denny Hamlin. Speaking of C. Bell, there he is. And Coach Joe Gibbs. Hamlin, Bell, and Chastain and Elliott, they were afterthoughts all day at the beginning of this race. Christopher Bell almost went a lap down earlier, and somehow finished third. Denny Hamlin was nowhere near the top 10, but nowhere near the top 15. And a caution came out for a lug nut from Brad Keselowski coming off his car. Oh, there's Hamlin celebrating. Oh, I heard the boos. Oh man, that was rough. That was rough. Because Lawson brought out the caution. Past Rusty Wallace on 11th on the all-time wins list for Denny Hamlin with career win number 56 and back-to-back. I can't remember the last time Hamlin went back-to-back in a race. Poor Blaney. At least he gets his first career top 5, but it should have been a win, but this was the caution I was talking about. So you better get the wall there and watch behind him. You see, this Wilson and Bubba. Yeah, it was like Wilson and Bubba had some sort of issue there. And funny enough, Lawson ends up in the same spot that he started the race in, which is crazy. But back to what I was saying. Christopher Bell, Denny Hamlin, they were nowhere near the top 15 all race long. That caution that got talked about, that Blaney mentioned, not the last one, but the one before, was where that it flipped the field in a way. Byron was still up front, but then Logano found his way up to the front. It put Christopher Bell and Denny Hamlin up to the front, and once their cars got to the front, they were able to compete. So, for some reason, it doesn't matter how good your car is. If you can get to the front, getting clean air, then you're gonna be set for the race. But William Brown making history, but leading the first 243 laps of a Cup race at Darlington, which was a record. He led all the stage laps, all stage 1, all stage 2, and then up until 50 laps to go, and he made his green flag pit stop. It's such a shame, man. I was really hoping he would lead every single lap. It'd be the first time since Jeff Burton in 2000 to lead every single lap in a Cup race. Which back then they had restricted plates in New Hampshire, so it was very boring and impossible to pass. So this is Jeff Gordon seeing his own paint scheme in his own car. Unfortunately, not go to victory lane, but it's such a shame, man. It is what it is. Next race is Bristol. We head to Thunder Valley. Hopefully the spring race will be kind of similar to what happened last year, where the tires just decapitated after like 50 laps. It was not putting any robo on the track. As Denny Hamlin gets to celebrate, there's a possibility Denny Hamlin can make it 3 in a row at Bristol next week, after winning today at Darlington and last week at Martinsville. very deserving for Denny Hamlin. But very he lucked in this one. I'm not gonna lie, he dominated last week, but he lucked into this one. But Bristol should be an interesting race next week. Should be very interesting. Hopefully, the tires should be very interesting. Hopefully, I don't know if it's gonna be the tire they used last fall or the tire they used last spring. But either way, hopefully it'll be a good race. Last fall it was kind of dominated by Kyle Larson, and very boring in a way. So but in the spring, but in the spring it was very chaotic and very tire conserving. And the usual suspects that was able to conserve tires, Denny Hamlin, Montreux Jr., Brad Keselowski, ended up front. So hopefully we'll have another one of those kind of races. Probably not, but it'll probably be like the fall, but the night race, but we shall see. That's gonna do it for me, y'all. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe to the video, ring the little bell to notify upload. Congratulations to Denny Hamlin and his pit crew getting him out of the pit road first, and capitalizing on an opportunity to steal the win away from Ryan Blaney, William Byron, Tyler Reddick even. And hopefully he carries momentum rolling into next week at Bristol and Thunder Valley. Alrighty guys, I'll catch you on the next one. See ya.